gorilla stomping in a zoo. Check the vocals, animals gather right. Boom.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of our chicken coop build series. So we're going on part 10 of our build, and starting today, if you never saw the last episode, we put some insulation into the wall cavities. So at this point now we're ready for vapor barrier. So I'm going to be beginning that. I'm using this Everbuilt Super 6 mil poly vapor barrier. I find the 6 mil is a better product than some of the thinner material being used in other applications by other people. I find spending that extra little bit to get that extra thickness and durability is a lot less chance for any unintentional tearing or punctures, which you're just going to have to go back over and patch up with tuck tape afterwards, because it is a product you want to try and achieve a relatively airtight seal. So with that said, hopefully it's not going to be too much problem getting this done today. The poly that I have is a 10-foot tall product when unfolded. This comes folded at this height, so when you unfold another layer you're up 10 feet. So since these walls are less than 5 feet, I should be able to do out a length of it, cut that in half, and end up with 2 sheets the same length that'll do each respective wall. So yeah, with that said, I'm just going to get into it. You know, there's like a bit of technique to it, but it's kind of like tack one end of it down, stretch it out. It's the Acousti-Seal, and trying to keep that from being too messy is the biggest challenge when it comes to this stuff. So I'll try to find some good camera angles. Like I said, I'm working in a pretty tight spot in there, but I'm going to try and bring you guys along and give you a representative feel for what's going on. And try not to get that base too full of Acousti-Seal, because once that stuff is on there, it stays. Alright, so let's get started with some vapor barrier. Alright, so with the vapor barrier, I'm going to be a little bit ambitious, alright, and try and minimize gaps and breaks and places where I need to place Acousti-Seal. So what I'm going to try and do is do a full length perimeter of plastic, and that'll come back, and then I'll try and do the whole sheet on the inside as one piece. Now how well that's going to work out, we'll see. It's going to be a lot of plastic to try and manage, but I think by a couple of strategic staples here and there to hold different sections up, I think I'll be able to get in there and get that Acousti-Seal spread out okay. So that's what we're going to try. So I'm going to start off, I'm just going to tack the plastic on one side, make a full perimeter around, and then we'll make the cut to separate that off. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, the whole single piece all the way around, ambitious, but I got it somewhat laid out there now. Getting the Acoustiseal in the right places though is going to be a bit tricky, but I think I'll just start at one end and work my way around and hope for the best. So I'll keep doing it. I don't know how much you guys are really going to see with the camera angle, because it's me dodging back and forth and wrapping myself up in plastic and stapling it on and cutting where I can. And anyways, hopefully you get some of an idea of what I'm doing. But I guess all that matters is that it's done in the end. Let's say that. So yeah, I'll keep the camera rolling. Hopefully, you know, you kind of see what's going on. This will probably be a bit of a musical montage, because I doubt there's going to be much in the way of explaining or directions, because I'm going to be figuring it out as I go. So yeah. Alright, once I get cooled off a little bit, I'll start. vapor barrier's done, but it went nothing like I had intended. I don't know if you remember yesterday's video, the last video, part 9. I said, oh, I'll do the insulation. That'll leave me lots of time to do a perfect job on this vapor barrier, right? No, not so much, not so much. The idea of doing it all in one piece, don't do it. Not unless you got one big wall. That's what you use one piece for. Because that was not fun. Pretty much tangled up in that, trying to get the Acousti-Seal on the wall and stick it on without the other wall peeling off, and enough staples to hold it, and so on and so forth. But I think the biggest disappointment out of all of that, and I don't know why I've been so protective over this white floor, but it's not so white anymore. I tried and tried and tried to keep the Acousti-Seal under control, but I think it's got a mind of its own. Because that stuff would just get on every bit of plastic, it would get on my shoes, it would get on my pants. However it found its way onto something other than where it belonged is exactly where it went. So a lot of it ended up on the floor. And it got to the point where, you know what, I said, eventually a bunch of chickens are going to crap on this floor. So get over it. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm getting over it. Because otherwise it would just tick you off. Right? Just how stubborn and devilish that Acousti-Seal is. Like, that's ridiculous. So you know what? I'm just going to water off a duck's back. I was thinking about an old 80s show. I don't know if anyone remembers it. The Facts of Life. And in the opening themes, you take the good, you take the bad, you take the rest, and then you have the facts of life. Well, this is the good and the bad all wrapped up here, that's for damn well sure. So, what's a guy to do to help cheer up? Well, I think screwing up 3 walls would make me feel pretty good. Other than the soft serve ice cream I plan on going and getting after this. So I am roasted, a little bit ticked off, but I just want some comfort ice cream. It's a sunny day, it's only like 8 degrees Celsius, but that's hot enough for ice cream, I think it is. So anyways, let's put up some walls and feel good, alright? And if I'm feeling really good, I might just take some scraps of plywood instead of waiting for this full sheet business and frame out the 4th wall and have all the interior walls done. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed whatever music I choose to put on that vapor barrier montage, because I'm sure as hell not going to leave that much time running with no sound, so it'll be a song I'm sure played through. So I hope that song makes you feel good, whatever one I chose. Maybe I'll just put some death metal there or something, I don't know, something a bit fitting. We'll see. You'll know by now what I chose, so might be interesting, might be low-key, we'll see. Alright, I'm going to put up some walls. Let's hope this goes a little bit better. Well, 3 walls up. Just this last one here to go. And you know what? It's not happening today. I'm done. I've had my fill. I want some ice cream. I want some cold air. I want a glass of water. Yeah, I'm a bit soaking here now. I think I've hit my wall already. Now I got lots done. Vapor barrier and 3 walls. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Now this video is probably going to be a good portion of it's just going to be fast forward footage of me getting these things done. I hope you guys didn't mind up to this point. There hasn't been much as far as instruction wise or detail wise. It's been pretty straightforward. We had the walls done ready to go up, so that was just put them in and screw them on. The only thing I had to do with that farthest wall was I had to take a little bit off of both sides, because with the 6mm poly plus the Acousti-Seal, it ate in on my 1/2 inch tolerances that I left. So it ended up being too tight, so I had to take 1/8 off of each side, and so then it fit in okay. So that's no problem. Yeah, so we got this wall, and then we'll get into some more framing and fun. I never picked up any 1.5 inch screws after. I actually just used some of my 2.5s that I had there. They were a little bit more of a pain to get in, but at the same time, once they're going, they're in there pretty quick. So I figured I'll just use what I got here while I can. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to clue up here now. I'll have this video out to you guys tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on how fast my computer can render it and how fast I get the edit done to start rendering. If I got it in me, I'll try to get that started before I take the family for ice cream. I need a shower anyways, so I got to go in the house. But yeah, yeah, that's about it for today. 3 walls up, vapor barrier done. Still good progress. Good progress. We'll take it. We will take it. And I will see you guys mañana. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure when my wife's working next. But yeah, well, next time at least anyways. Alright, so, as usual, hope you're happy. Hope you're healthy. Take care of each other. Peace out.